For years, I've had this bucket list dream to circle the entire Mediterranean, and more than just the French Riviera or dreamy Greek islands, but also really exploring North Africa in the Middle East. So this summer, I'm actually attempting to make this dream a reality, and I'm bringing my sister Sage with me. Together, we're gonna go to 6 countries and circle the Mediterranean in just 40 days to discover for ourselves intertwining cultures, history, and politics of the region. Our driving goal is to explore what it means to be a woman in each location. We want to see these places through a feminine lens and share the stories of local women along the way. Without these voices, our understanding of places, people, and cultures would be incomplete. Second-ish stop of this adventure. We technically started in Madrid, but I made it with my sister Sage and Christine as well, who's the videographer who's helping us with this project. I'm so excited to explore a bit of Athens, see a little bit of the history, and we're meeting up with the coolest gals on this trip. So me and my sister wanted to kind of use the beauty of social media to meet women in each area and hear their stories and learn more about what it's like to live where they live, how they're breaking different barriers culturally. I've studied this region for so long and I've been so intrigued, as has my sister. She studied it more recently in university. She just graduated with her degree in international relations, primarily with a focus on the Middle East, but definitely a big emphasis just kind of on this Mediterranean area. And we're kind of like combining our shared skill sets with like her and her more recent academic knowledge and researching skills, and then more of my creative skills. So I'm so excited. I feel like the best way to start this video off is to do a little historical tour. So we're gonna check out the Acropolis, which is a dream come true for my little history-loving brain. So let's go check it out. So this week we're in Athens, Greece. We're here because Athens is both the cradle of Western civilization as we know it, as well as kind of a bridge between Europe and Middle Eastern cultures. We're also here to meet Denia, a 24-year-old skater and Athens native who I met on Instagram. And she is so badass because she's a leader in the non-traditional skate community here in Athens, and she's passionate about breaking barriers for women, the LGBT community, and non-Western people in the skate world. She's also a part of Free Movement Skateboarding, a local initiative that seeks to empower the refugee and migrant youth living in Athens through skateboarding. So in the next few days, we're stoked to get a glimpse of the skate scene here in Athens, as well, of course, check out some of the basic touristy stuff because we love our history. So this morning, we're gonna start with the Acropolis because how could we skip out on that?
Maybe I can see what was broken.
There she blows.
But it's a lonely calling.
Hello, you.
Yeah, it's a lonely calling.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Y'all, I can't believe I'm seeing this with my own eyes.
I'm the
You're the real view.
I can't believe it, everyone.
Oh my God.
I've arrived.
I'm in shock. My little Greek mythology loving brain is so
Excuse
happy.
me. I'm sorry. Did you read Percy Jackson growing up?
No, but I studied
No.
it.
I was a Percy Jackson fiend for like
true.
6 years.
I can.
I know all my gods. I know all my
Verify.
heroes. All my
Okay, tour guide.
demigods.
Okay, Rick Steves, show us around. As I've said before, I'm fascinated by the cultural exchanges throughout the history of the Mediterranean region, and Greece is really at the heart of that. It's the home to some of the most foundational elements of Western politics, philosophy, arts, and more. Think the Pythagorean theorem, as well as Plato, which you might remember from high school. And as the American historian Will Durant once said, there's hardly anything secular in a culture that does not come from Greece. So Greece was kind of later tossed into the Roman Empire and then the Byzantine Empire. It fell to the Ottoman Empire in the 15th century, which resulted in a massive exchange of religion, language, and culture. In 1820, the Greeks revolted against the Ottomans and established an independent state. So, from that point until now, Greece has been governed by a handful of republics and monarchies, and in 1974, Greece finally reached a stable democracy for the first time in a very long time. Despite all these ups and downs, Greece has been remarkably resilient. In the last several years, it's faced severe financial crises, and it's also been a major player in the reception of refugees into Europe. Between 2015 and 2016 alone, over 1 million refugees arrived in Greece, many of who were fleeing the Syrian civil war or other conflicts throughout the Middle East. today migrants still make a big and important part of the modern Greek nation. It's crazy. Hey, we made it. We're out here at the Acropolis. Don't mind my little mom tank top moment happening here. We got the Parthenon behind us. Parthenon? Yeah. Shout out to Athena. I would highly recommend downloading a podcast if you don't get a local guide. Kind of making that mistake. After visiting the Acropolis, I highly recommend checking out the little town of Asiri. It's like a neighborhood within Athens. We're actually staying very close to here and we got dinner here on our very first night. Lots of cute restaurants, good ambiance, the whole deal. Highly recommend. As we finished up our little day at the Acropolis, I actually got a DM from Denia about a skate night she was organizing that night for local skaters as well as new gals who wanted to learn how to skate. And so although we weren't really supposed to meet her for the first time until the next day, we decided of course to switch over our plans last minute and head to downtown Athens to check it out.
Skate meetup. It's called Philika meetup, which in Greek means friendly. Kind of like a meetup for people like non-traditional skaters or people who are quite intimidated to go to the skate park by themselves. Also try to kind of bring boys and girls together or anyone in between. Skateboarding is definitely a cis male dominated sport, which is something that's definitely changing. The ultimate goal would be for everyone to be skating together no matter their ability, their gender, their sexuality, everyone to just be together.
So I grew up in Southern California and I am very, very familiar with the skate and surf scene. It's like my entire teenage experience, and this night genuinely blew me away. I'm very much so used to the environment being super male dominated and very judgmental towards beginners, or kooks as many say. And I've really never in my life seen a space like the one Denia helped create, where people of all different ages, ethnicities, gendered identities, sexualities, and ability were able to skate together, try new tricks, and even fall without any judgment. It can be really terrifying to learn something new like this as an adult, so I was so inspired to see so many 20-something gals hopping on boards and giving it their best try. It's communities like this that really break down those barriers that can often limit women and minorities, and this was so cool to see.
When Elena and I first came, we literally said, don't skate, because we're gonna look so bad. We're here learning about how this is an inclusive place for everyone to skate, and I'm like, God.
And we met some very cute subscribers who joined.
Yes.
From Ireland and the Netherlands. So we're gonna go join them. Gals, we're joining you.
We're joining.
How's it going? And we're headed down to here.
What's the name of the place we're in?
Acropolis. It means Silver City.
Silver City.
That's the name. So loads of people from other places and other areas are coming here to the pubs, to the
Yeah.
restaurants, to the bars.
This area specifically.
To this area,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, up and coming. All right.
Okay, I trust you. What do you recommend?
So you're gonna get souvlaki, which
Okay.
is the wrap with meat inside. Gyros, should we do cheese?
What
Yamas.
does that mean?
Health to us. Yamas.
Yamas.
Cheers.
All right, so what do we have here?
So this is Greek salad. There's there's feta,
Yeah.
cucumber, pepper, olives. Oh wow, thank you. So this is kefalografiera cheese, and you put a little bit of lemon on it. Right, so we have the zucchini balls here, and then we have souvlaki.
Yay.
Like
So
Greece's finest. So
Iconic.
chicken or pork with tzatziki and fries and salads.
I guess starting with kind of like what you said earlier, I'd love to hear a little bit more about this neighborhood and kind of like where are we?
Yeah, we're in Acropolis, that's where I was born. It's kind of like the outskirts of Athens,
Yeah.
so it's south of Athens. We're near the mountain, not far from the sea, which is a combination that I really like. It's not a big town, but
Yeah.
it has loads of shops and bars and restaurants. I think so. I've always been a girl who was really into sports. Always played football with the boys at school.
Love that.
And then I started skating when I finished school. I always liked it, but I never really got into it. And then when I finished school, I was like, cool, I guess I have a gap year. So I got a board and I started skating, and I haven't stopped since.
How was it like breaking into the skate community for you, like as a woman?
Yeah, in the beginning I was very intimidated. I remember going to the skate park in noon, which it was 40 degrees outside, super hot.
Yeah.
Just because if I went in the evening, it would be loads of people and mainly boys, and I was a bit scared. But then I started going to the skate park later, and I met some people, and actually it was like, they're nice, you know, they're not bad.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a thing though, when you're a woman and you go to the skate park, and there's just mainly men. It's quite intimidating and scary, and it takes a while to be able to do things like you want without thinking of, oh, they're gonna judge me, oh, they're gonna say that I can't skate, whatever. And you shouldn't be thinking that. So I'm part of Free Movement team, which Free Movement Skateboarding is basically an NGO, an organization who delivers skateboarding lessons to kids. 5 years ago, Will and Ruby started Free Movement. We had a big refugee crisis here in Athens. So they started going to refugee camps. Those kids, they didn't go to school. They couldn't do anything that other kids could. So they gave them something to look forward to. And we do that because we kind of want to like promote mental and physical well-being to the kids. Also social cohesion as well, because there's kids from all different backgrounds, from different countries, from different areas. So we try to bring everyone together through skateboarding.
It's windy. Oof.
Windy as heck.
Yeah. We're gonna get some skate clips at our local skate park. Maybe we'll take it for
Maybe
a
I'll take a
whirl.
little gander. Look at this hot
She's so
woman over here.
badass. She's so badass. Learning all about the skate scene, learning all about how she's learned, and then we're gonna head to the city side of bits.
like you. Maybe someday when I've grown older, I can see it all clear from above. Looking back on it all,
So you're just gonna learn.
maybe I can see
getting a lesson.
what was broken. Ooh, but it's a lonely calling. Yeah, it's a lonely calling.
Yes! Yes!
I'm done trying to fix what is broken.
After attempting to learn to skate a little bit ourselves and seeing Denia in action, we all headed to a nearby park to join Free Movement's youth skate session, where Denia is an instructor each week. So this organization was started back in 2016 working inside the refugee camps, and now the teams of guys and gals set up skate parks around inner city Athens for immigrant and refugee kids. We met the whole team and then helped them set up their famous mobile skate park as kids of all different ages started flowing in. The night was kicked off with a very cute group huddle where the kids set an intention for the day and warmed up together. And then we were off, and damn, these kids can skate. It was so cool to see. It was so refreshing to see little girls skating and trying tricks and falling alongside the boys, building so much confidence along the way. And while the wider challenges of the refugee crisis can be extremely daunting, local programs like this can really make such an incredible impact on individual lives. If you're interested in supporting the Free Movement, please check out the description box below and consider donating.
Just a little falling into the sky.
So we woke up feeling so inspired from the last few days of exploring and seeing the skate scene. And while it was supposed to be a day just to stay inside and work, I ended up scrolling through my DMs in the morning. I saw a subscriber had reached out, inviting us on her very last minute beach day road trip with her best friend. And even though I had a lot of work to do, we decided we could not miss out on this opportunity to see more of Greece and meet some local gals just like us. So a few hours later, we met Pergi and Arietta, piled in their car, and drove an hour along the coast to Cape Beach.
Tractors are not allowed on American roads.
I was nervous at first. I was like, I don't know these girls, like maybe it's gonna be awkward. And even though we were technically strangers, we immediately felt like best friends. They reminded me so much of my friends from home.
This is crazy! Oh my god.
Basically baked and basked in the sun for hours, talking about everything from university studies to dating to TikTok trends. We've learned some more about the challenges of navigating the Greek economy and building a career as a young woman. And at the end of the day, it really felt just like talking with my dearest friends at home in New York City.
Hey! Hey, hey!
Where are we?
Hey, Cafe Beach. Cafe Beach.
Yeah, we slid into her DMs because we saw she was in Athens. Yes. So we're shooting our shot on a line of DMs.
Succeeded.
And she responded, and now here we are.
They showed us true Greek hospitality and told us all about how their culture inspires them to really enjoy every simple moment to the fullest. We finished off the night with a stop at the Temple of Poseidon, which was yet another "how did we get here" moment. I really feel like I'm leaving this beautiful place having learned and grown so much in just a week. For one, the hospitality we were shown there inspires me to better welcome new people into my own life and make them feel totally at home. Our times with the skating community made me want to boldly try something new, even when I'm afraid of failing or looking dumb, and it showed me how just it takes one or two kind and inclusive people to make a whole new world accessible to others. Our experience with Free Movement showed me the importance of practically including immigrants and other marginalized people groups to help build thriving, diverse communities. Women in Athens, especially those who are minorities or part of the LGBTQ community, still face many challenges, yet people like Denia are really helping shift norms and break the barriers of these male-dominant environments like the skating or sports scene. As we head to our next destination, I'm very curious to compare the experiences of women in Greece with the women in our next destination. We're going east, continuing our loop around the Mediterranean, and we're off to Istanbul, Turkey.